It's 5 p.m. and 16-year-old Joan Nabeta, not real name, is walking back home from school with a friend. Her school is about 5 kilometers from her home in Bukofubukumbi village in Kamuli district. She's in senior 2. I had a brief chat with Joan's mother about her daughter's education. She hopes Joan stays in school up to senior 6 at least. After changing to her home attire, Joan tells us that this wasn't the case 3 years ago.
Before completing primary 7, my parents ran out of money. I stayed home for that year until one day when I told them that instead of being home, why not find a man? After all, my friends had, and mother had told me she had also gotten married at 13.
Her mother, Sarah Namwebia, was very understanding. She did not rebuke her young daughter, who was about to turn 14, for proposing to get a partner to settle down with.
After my parents died, I found a man at 13. I took him to my siblings who approved. They saw no wrong, and I saw none when my daughter asked the same of me.
Mom talked to Dad, who readily said yes, so off I went with my man.
Joan, however, still loved school. Her attempts to convince her partner to take her back fell on deaf ears.
He told me, "You came for marriage, forget school."
That response greatly diminished her desire to go back to school. Matters were not helped by her man, who failed to honor his promise to officially visit her parents.
After a long while, he sent my girl with 3 kilograms of sugar, 2 bars of soap and 4 sachets of salt.
She's explicit about her disappointment in her daughter's relationship.
We gained nothing out of that.
Joan spent a year with a man, which she regrets.
I got empowered to leave as well, since he had brought another woman to the home.
Luckily for her, she returned home to find an empowered mother who had joined a group in the area that was against child marriages and all manner of child abuse.
I didn't know anything. I was even too shy to face people. But now I grow crops for sale and home consumption.
A visit to some other homes in the area reveals the fate of most young girls here, especially those who have stayed in marriage. 20-year-old Sylvia Babirie now has 3 children. Her firstborn is 5 years old. A quick calculation reveals that she had her first pregnancy at just 14. Sylvia's partner is 22, which means they both got married before 18. They're struggling to make ends meet, and their firstborn was recently sent out of school over fees. The school needs 30,000 shillings. I really wish I had a job, she says. Unfortunately, Sylvia is still in her reproductive years, yet she doesn't use any family planning method. If she delivered 3 children every 5 years, then she will have 15 of them by the time she turns 40. So many of the young girls here are pregnant. This one walking toward me is 18 and about to give birth. Father left us home alone, so I got myself a man, she says.
In Kamuli and most parts of Busoga, most of the girls are the ones who initiate the marriages as early as 13 years of age, and they take the men to their parents, and the parents are very much okay with it. After all, they've done that too.
Some residents worry that peer pressure is now the leading cause of early child marriage, even amongst children who have the opportunity to go to school.
At school and even at home, boys pursue girls endlessly and convince them that it's in their best interest to get married. So when they fail, the only option is marriage.
Idi Jagenda is different from many parents in the area. He stood by his daughter when she was going astray and has a picture he took with her on her graduation day at Makerere University.
She studied accounting. I have another daughter who is a secondary teacher. I sort of set up a government in my home.
This gives him hope that other parents in this region can also be proud fathers like him. Gradually, different organizations are making efforts to avert child marriages through activities like local youth drama groups. Chiunga is one such group that saw Joan's mom change her views on the subject. She's determined to see her 3 daughters complete their education at institutions of higher learning. Florence Nalimba, NTV.